So now that we have everything we need to start the brewing process, we can start preparing our rice for steaming. So roll up your sleeves, because the first thing that we're going to do is wash the rice. First, we'll measure the amount of rice that we need. So we should zero in the weight of the bowl on the scale and then pour in the rice. For this recipe, we will need 1 kilogram of sticky rice. Then for washing the rice. Bring the rice under cold to room temperature running water and wash the rice. Make sure to be very thorough. You'll want to keep your hand in a fairly neutral position and make a large circular motion to agitate the rice in an even way in the water. You can go clockwise or anti-clockwise, it really doesn't matter, just let your personality run free. Once the water is looking very dirty and saturated in sediment, you should pour out as much of it as you can, but be careful not to lose any of the rice grains. They must all become delicious booze. Rinse and pour out any additional sediment and repeat this process until the water runs clear. Once the water is running through the rice transparently, fill up the bowl with fresh water and let it soak. So now that our rice is washed and the water is running off crystal clear, we have to let it soak for a while. Because we're using short-grained sticky rice, or chapsal in Korean, we have to let it soak for at least 2 hours. However, we all have busy lives, and if that's too long for you to wait, you can let it soak overnight, and that's no problem as well. Now we have to drain the rice to remove as much excess water as possible without damaging or losing any rice grains if possible. Just remember, every grain of rice is a mouthful of alcohol, so be careful not to lose any of them at all. The draining process should take at least 30 to 40 minutes, and you can tap the bottom of the strainer in order to speed up losing the excess water. Turn on the steamer so that it's up and running when the rice is ready. So our rice is drip draining in the sink, and our pot is getting up to temperature on the gas. And I'm going to show you now how to set up your steamer and add the rice to it. However, I'm going to show you safely on the bench, but please remember you will do these steps while the pot is boiling on the stove. So now that our pot is filled with water, we need to insert the steamer tray. Now yours might look a little different from this, but the principle is the same. So just put that into your steamer pot. And then using the hemp cloth that we just soaked, we want to line the pot so it covers the base and sides completely. Like so. Finally, most importantly, we need to add the rice to the pot. Trying very carefully not to spill it on the floor. Using the ends of the hemp cloth, we can cover the rice over and pop on the lid. Easy as that. So now that the water's boiling, we can add the rice. Be careful not to burn yourself when loading or unloading the steamer, because as you can probably tell, it's very hot. So now our rice is on the stove cooking. It should take about 30 to 40 minutes until it reaches that al dente texture when it's considered done. Over in the next video, we'll show you the cooling process for your rice and get brewing.